South Korea is well known for their strict enforcement on drugs, having each drug-related incident making the headlines. We're here at the K-Town night market to gather the thoughts about the recent drug scandal that took the Korean entertainment industry by storm. YG Entertainment is known as one of the big three companies in South Korea, and it's currently undergoing a lot of criticism due to the numerous scandals it's involved in. One of those scandals involved Korean rapper Kim Han-bin, also known as B.I, the former leader of the group iKON. He was found purchasing drugs back in 2016, which led to his departure from the agency. Due to the fact this incident took place many years ago, many fans think this termination is unfair. In the midst of the scandal, it was announced that Young Hyun-suk stepped down from his CEO position from YG Entertainment. With the leave of their CEO, it is unknown how YG Entertainment will handle their scandals in the future. Have you heard of the recent scandal that's happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not surprising, but I don't know, it kind of seems like it's really sus because he says he didn't do the drugs, but at the same time he left so easily, so I don't know what to think about it.
I felt really angry at first because of what I heard, because I know B.I is a really good leader, and I don't personally stan, but I know their music's really good, and he writes a lot of their songs, so it would have affected them a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that's it was just YG covering up the another scandal, and I just think it's that's just really bad, especially because they're artists and they're being under a company like that, they're supposed to be taken care of instead of being thrown under the bus. Yeah.
I have heard of the scandal, and I kind of have mixed feelings about it, only because this isn't the first time YG as an entertainment company has been involved in something like this between Top and G-Dragon's marijuana scandals a couple years back. So I have mixed feelings about this. I don't know how to go about it. I feel like because it seems to be that it's only YG as a collective label, either there's something behind it that we don't know about, or maybe that's just the way fate is working right now. It's really confusing because I've been a huge fan of Big Bang and Blackpink and iKON, and seeing that this is happening to these amazing artists over and over again, I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, I read somewhere that he admitted that he was thinking about doing drugs to help him at the time, but he never got to it, so it was just a thought. But I'm not really sure if that was exactly what happened, and how it even became trending to people. How they found out, I have no clue.
So, what do you think will happen to iKON in the future now that B.I has announced his departure?
Well, I heard that YG left, and so people were hoping that the new CEO that would come would rethink the termination of the contract, and that hoping that he would come back to iKON due to YG's departure, but I'm not really sure about that. We'll have to see what the new CEO is gonna say about it.
With her?
Yeah, I agree with her, and also I think it will keep going, but people will be really sad because he's leaving the iKON.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think much is gonna change, honestly, because it's the artists that are messing up as well. But I think they're all pretty corrupt. Their music's good. Some of it, but iKON's not gonna be the same because B.I was such a important member. Yeah. Now it's just kind of it's definitely not the same.
I mean, they have a lot of fans around the world still, and they'll still support them and love them no matter what they do. So they're still gonna get the support. Whatever B.I does on his own, they're gonna support him still and everything. So it happens sometimes.
Yeah, I just think that the fans will be supporting B.I and iKON separately. I don't know what's gonna happen to iKON, but they might continue as even without B.I, but it's not gonna be the same.
I don't know how they're supposed to go about this. Either they'll pick a new leader, or they might just disband entirely, because iKON isn't iKON without B.I. He's their leader, and he's kind of one of the main characters in that situation.
Have you heard of what happened to YG recently?
Isn't he stepping down from the company? Yeah.
They're gonna, with the stocks and dropping down and everything, they might have a long time until they'll get back up and back to regular schedules and going around the world and all that stuff. So they're gonna struggle, and I know that, but I hope that they'll be okay.
I think that it's like, I think it's honestly better. I mean, it's kind of gained a not so great reputation. I think it's a good thing. It's gonna take a lot of effort. It's taken a long time to just even somewhat blow over G-Dragon and Top's marijuana scandals. So, you know, of course here, like, marijuana isn't a big deal because it's legal here. Yeah. So over here we're like, oh, you know what? Okay, it's not that bad. But, you know, in Korea, like, weed is illegal, so you can't, like, you kind of have to think of it from their perspective.
I mean, a lot of people has been talking about how, like, his brother might take on the role and that he's not any better. So I don't really know what's going to happen, but I did kind of think about it, and a lot of people were already against him, and I think he just left because his pride didn't want to be told to go, so he just quit himself.
This is like not the first time there's been like a scandal like within the company, so I feel like it's not gonna like take like such a hard time for them to like get their like stocks like back up. So yeah, I feel like the artists will be like judged by other people that like, oh, you know, like, why weren't they involved in this like Blackpink and stuff. But like they'll be okay.
I think people are like keep on gonna like have bad feelings about YG Entertainment and stuff.
YG's really big, so it's gonna hard for it like to all end and stuff. But if like more scandals keep coming up, like I could totally like see them getting boycotted. And I don't think YG's gonna be as like, it already kind of ruined its reputation. Yeah. So if people like hear like, oh, you're from YG, it's not gonna be as like nice anymore. Yeah. So if they change up some of the things they do and like take care of the artists better, like I could see them doing better. But for now, it's kind of like I have no idea because you never know what's gonna happen at this point.
Yeah, like the reputation of their company and like what happened with their own company, it's gonna be behind them. But then like they're also their own people, so I think they can get past it. And
I mean, based on like iKON and how people like reacted to it, it seems there's still a lot of supporters and the fans are still really like close to them. They still are connected with the artists. I think as long as the consumers are like getting what they want, like being shown what they want, and they're receiving like the artists that they want, I think that YG will still be able to redeem themselves. Honestly, based off like the scandals that I've been like reading about and how like they have this room filled with computers and like they're using like robots to get views, I think some people are like starting to go like against the artists and like thinking like, what if they're only successful because YG was like using some tactics and that not a lot of people actually want them. But their fans are still supporting them, and so I think they're gonna keep like growing if the fans stay by their side.
And sometimes promotions actually go up because of the scandal, because now people are gonna be like, oh, you know, we gotta check these new YG artists and stuff, and then, you know, or sometimes they actually go down, like maybe people aren't buying their albums or tickets anymore, they're not gaining enough money. Because I was reading up on that, and like after the scandal, actually YG's stocks went down because people were starting to pull out their investments from there. So it could be like a two-way street. And then it's really hard for the artists too, because now they're in a label where there have been 3 drug scandals, and you know, people are going to start looking at them as like, oh, you know, what if they're drug addicts, and you know, they have to start like.
Do you think things would have played out differently if B.I said, you know, let's say he's an American artist handled by an American agency? Do you think things would have turned out differently?
Things definitely would have turned out differently. People would have just been like, oh, you know, okay, he smoked weed, you know, it's fine, we can look past it. So I think that like if he was under an American label, it would have been completely fine.
I think, well, the scandals here, I don't really hear about them a lot, but I think it would have been the same because there's still a business and those things will still matter. And like, I don't think having a different kind of people managing them would differ that. Maybe, I don't think it'll affect it a lot, but.
Well, I'm not really familiar with like the American like companies and stuff, but yeah, I mean, I've heard of like a lot of scandals from like other like artists like that are American, so I feel like it's gonna be the same. Yeah, like there's not gonna be like a huge difference based on like how they're gonna manage them.
I think it would have played out differently because a lot of like American artists, like let's say Halsey, she has got into a scandal when like she was caught like doing cocaine on a boat. And she's still growing. Like she's grown a lot since then. People have forgave her. Like it didn't really take down her career. So I think in America it is very different how we see people and how we react to like drugs. So I think the only reason why he was kicked out is only because in Korea the standards are different.
Like, in my opinion, like Korea entertainments are like really like tough, and like it's hard to be an idol. And like if there's like one issue, it gets big. But like in America, like people are like cool with it sometimes, and I think, yeah.
With the number of scandals YG Entertainment has been involved in, numerous business investors are losing interest in the company. Not only has the scandals affected the company itself, but many fans are withdrawing their support. With these scandals hurting the image of YG Entertainment and their artists, the future of the label remains unsure.